Welcome to this somatic yoga session to integrate body and mind. Begin in child's pose. Climbing onto hands and knees, set your knees hips width apart and draw your hips back toward your heels. Bring your palms to the floor and rest your forehead on the floor. Now take a deep breath into the back of your body. As you breathe out, feel your connection to the earth. Breathe in again, filling your body from the inside, and breathe out as you soften. Now lift your head and walk your hands toward the left side of your mat. Place your right hand on top of your left. Gently stretch into the right side of your waist and ribs. Rest here and breathe into the side of your body. Now slowly walk your hands back through the center and over to the other side, left hand on top of the right. Settle down and back, resting here and breathing into the left side of your body. Now walk your hands back to center and gently roll the spine up to hands and knees. Making your way into melting heart, walk the hands forward and settle your heart down between your shoulders. Feel the stretch in the upper back, the shoulders, and the chest, letting each breath help your body to soften here. Gently release. Rest your forearms and elbows on the floor, moving into Sphinx. Rest your belly and legs on the floor. Gently lift up through the crown of your head and soften down through the front of your hips. Breathe and rest here. Begin bending the legs one at a time. Start with the right foot and then the left, each time drawing the heel toward the glute and feeling the stretch in the front of the hip. Breathing as you move through this. Once more on each side. And now with both legs down, gently soften into crocodile. Stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. Feel your whole body resting now. Feel the contact of your whole body to the floor. And take a couple deep breaths here. Gently lift your head now and place your hands under your shoulders. Lift up to Sphinx. Inhale at the top and roll back down with your exhale. We'll do this a couple more times. Gently rising with your breath, and move slowly to come back down. Ripple back up, and this time stay here and turn your head to the right. Look over the shoulder. Slowly return your head to center and turn it to the other side. Return to center. Find your cobra again, inhaling, and with your exhale, slowly roll back down. Now lift your hips up and back for child's pose, this time with the toes tucked under. With a more active upper body, you might push into the ground to help draw your hips back and feel the rounding in your spine as you breathe into your whole back body. Slowly come up now to hands and knees, untuck your toes, and find hip circles. Bring your hips to the right and all the way around. As you come back to the front, just change sides, so we're alternating directions. Find your own pace, side to side, breathing as you move and feeling the release in your hips and your spine. Taking it one more time to each side. Good. Come back to the center, taking thread the needle now. Inhale and lift your left arm. Exhale, thread it under the right, taking the side of your head and the side of your shoulder to the floor. Walk your right arm up over your head to a comfortable spot on the floor. Breathe into the upper spine as it twists. Take a deep breath now. And with your exhale, take your right leg out to the side like a kickstand, finding some more opening in the chest here. And if it feels good, begin to circle your right arm with a big sweeping movement to stretch through your chest and shoulder. One more time around, and then option to let the hand come behind the back or tuck it in the hip crease. Inhale, and exhale, release your hand back to the floor above your head and gently guide your body back to hands and knees. Taking a couple rounds of cat and cow before moving to the second side. Return to a neutral spine and lift your right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, thread it under, finding your thread the needle pose. Bring the outside of your right shoulder to the floor and walk your left hand up above your head and take a few breaths. Slowly now walk the left foot out to the side like a kickstand. And begin making big circles with the left arm. Feeling the release throughout your shoulder and your chest. Next time around, option to tuck the hand behind the back and perhaps tuck it into the hip crease as you open your shoulder back. Inhale, and with your exhale, bring the hand back to the floor above your head and gently return to hands and knees. From this hands and knees position, slowly come into downward dog, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, and walk your legs out, gently bending one knee at a time. Stretching through the heels, the feet, the ankles. Come back to center, and now walk your feet forward toward your hands to come into a standing forward bend at the front of your mat. Rest down through your upper body and head, and if it feels good, hold opposite elbows. Feel the spinal column releasing as you completely hang the weight of your head and arms. And it might feel good to sway side to side. Come back to center and into halfway lift. Place your hands on your shins, lift up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release back down to your forward bend. And do this 2 more times. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, gently release. And now step your left leg back to lunge. Rest the back knee on the floor and untuck the toes. Inhale to lengthen your heart forward, drawing your shoulders back. Feel the stretch in the front of your left hip. Now send the hips back into runner's stretch. Draw the right toes back as you bow forward over the leg, lengthening and stretching the back of your right thigh. Gently release, shift the hips forward to return to lunge, and come into crescent lunge, sweeping your arms up over your head. Lift your chest, inhale. As you exhale, find a little bit of a back bend as you soften down through your hips, and breathe here. With your next inhale, reach up through your fingertips, and exhale your right hand down onto your knee. Place your left hand on the floor. Twist your chest to the right. Tuck the back toes and lift the back leg up, and extend your right arm up into dragon twist. Hold here, breathing steadily. Slowly release, bringing both hands to the floor on the inside of your foot and dropping down into gecko with the back knee on the floor. Option to stay here on straight arms or to rest down on your elbows. Option to let the right knee wing out, maybe coming onto the outside edge of the right foot. Feeling this shift of sensation to the front hip and inner thigh. Breathing into what you feel. Slowly and gently come up from gecko, return to lunge, and tuck your back toes under. Take a big step forward to the top of your mat to come into your standing forward bend once again. Relax down through your head. Take a few breaths here, maybe holding opposite elbows. Release your arms, come into halfway lifts, hands on the shins, inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale down. Last time, lift and lengthen. And release down, and now step your right leg back to lunge. Drop your back knee, untuck your back toes, lengthen your chest forward and soften down through your right hip. Breathe. Inhale now. With your exhale, runner's stretch, shift your hips back, draw your toes back toward your face, softening through your spine, relaxing down through your shoulders and head. Breathe and rest here. Gently release and shift your hips forward, making your transition into crescent lunge. Sweep your arms over your head. Find your gentle back bend, lift your gaze, soften down through your right hip. Hold the pose, breathing steadily. Breathe a deep breath in now, and with your exhale, take your left hand down onto your knee and your right hand to the floor. Twist your chest to the left, tuck the back toes and lift the back leg, and extend your left arm up. And hold this dragon twist with a steady, even breath. Slowly release and bring the hand down to the inside of the front foot. Finding your gecko variation, either staying on straight arms or coming down onto elbows, with the option to wing your left knee out to the left side and come onto the outside edge of the left foot. Find the angles of arms and legs that feel good to you right now, and feel the stretch in the hip of the left leg, left inner thigh, and throughout your pelvis. And breathe into it. Slowly rise up from gecko and start to inch your left foot over toward the right to come into pigeon, dropping the side of your shin to the floor at a comfortable angle and soften down through your hips. Lift your chest, pressing into fingertips and rising through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, come forward onto your elbows. Option to stack your hands and rest your head on your hands, or rest your palms on the floor in front of you. Find the angles that feel good to stretch into your outer left hip and buttock. Slowly and gently rise up and lean over onto your left hip so you can bring your back leg around to the front and stack your knees to come into shoelace pose. Right knee on top of left. Inhale and sit up tall as you root down through your sitting bones. And exhale, come forward over your legs. Find your edge as you feel into the stretch of your right buttock and outer hip. Breathe into what you feel. Now slowly and gently release and come into pigeon on the second side. Send your left leg back. And with your right leg forward, settle the shin at a comfortable angle. Soften your left thigh down as you lift through your chest and through the crown of your head, and inhale. And with your exhale, come forward onto elbows or farther down, finding your edge as you stretch into your right buttock. And breathe into the stretch you feel, gently inviting tension to release. Slowly release, and as you come up, sit over onto the outer right hip so you can bring the back leg around to the front. Finding shoelace pose on the second side, stack your left knee on top of your right. Sit up tall as you settle down through your hips and gently come forward to find your edge and feel into this stretch of the left hip and buttock. Breathe into what you feel and invite tension to soften with every exhale. Slowly release, and as you come up, shift to a wide-legged sitting position to come into dragonfly pose. Find a comfortable width for your legs. Settle in and gently fold forward with your hands on the floor in front of you, and you might come down onto your elbows or rest your body on a bolster or your head on a block. Whatever you need to be comfortable as you soften into this inner thigh stretch, breathing into what you feel, relaxing and softening with each passing moment. And now gently come up to an upright position and come right into a side bend, sliding your hand down your leg and peeling the opposite shoulder open. Lift your top arm up and reach it over. The bottom hand might reach the foot or it might rest on the leg. Either way, breathe into this stretch of the side of your body, this side bend of your spine. And now with an inhale, slowly come back up to center and find your side bend on the second side. Reaching the top arm up and over, stretching and breathing into what you feel. Slowly and gently return to the center. Find a cross-legged seat and sit with your spine tall. Rest your hands on your knees and gently drop your chin toward your chest, moving into neck stretches. Roll the head to one side and back through center and over to the other side. And keep going side to side at your own pace. One more time on each side, taking your time. Slowly bring the head back to center and lift it up on top of your spine. Sit tall and place one hand on your belly and the other hand on your heart. Take a deep breath into your belly and your heart. Breathe out and feel your energy settling. Feel the effects of this practice in your whole body. Gently open your eyes, circle your arms around and up, let the palms meet and look up at the hands and draw the palms down to a prayer in front of your heart. And this is the close of our somatic yoga practice. Thank yourself for taking this time of self-care today. Be sure to move slowly and gently into the next part of your day. Thank you for practicing with Devi Daily Yoga. I'll see you next time.